Hey everybody, welcome to Adventures with Peps. Now recently you'd have seen me doing a flesh painting unboxing from Golden Maple, and I used the figures from the Earth Tribe Warband for Sláine. Now we've reached a point where I need to actually finish these models, so I've split them into some little smaller groups of 3, and we today are going to go through the Sessair Red Branch. Let me just check that I'm saying that right. I guess it might actually be Sessair, but either way, that's what we're going through today. So before we go any further, let's clean off the table, make everything look nice and neat, get some paints out, and we can get on with painting these wonderful little minis. Now, as always, I started off with a black prime. I've hit this with a dry brush of some lighter paints, and obviously the flesh was done in a previous video. I'll make sure there's a link somewhere to that. But let's just get into the rules very quickly, get that out of the way, and then we can talk about the paint job. The warriors of the Red Branch are amongst the hardiest and most skilled fighters in their tribe. Whilst none of them are able to match Sláine's prowess, they are nevertheless skilled and hardy warriors. The warriors of the Red Branch enjoy a respectable fight of 4, a resist and cool of 3. They have no skills, boons or feats though, which I think is a little bit of a letdown. But they do have a move of 6, which makes them pretty damn fast. They could, in theory, if you roll really well, get an 18-inch charge off them. The box set contains 3 versions of these Red Branch warriors, each equipped differently to one another. The first carries 2 standard one-handed weapons. His other brother has a sword and a taffedum, which is a skull imbued with curses and used as throwing weapons. And the other has a barbed spear known as a gay bowler. Any model equipped with these gains +2 notoriety. So let's get into it. So straight away you would have seen me painting some fire giant orange onto the gal bowler, if I'm saying that right, which I'm probably not, to give him a nice ginger facial hair look. The next guy, I use sand golem on him. This is just to give him that kind of light brown hair color. I also used that on the 3rd model, so the last 2 look very consistent. This model with the fire giant orange, I really liked him, so I'm giving him a slightly different hair color to help him stand out. I then grabbed the zealot yellow, and I'm going to try and work on his kilt. I want this to look very similar to Sláine's, because I did that yellow and black, so I'm going to do something similar to him. But the weird thing is with these models is that they've built the kilt lines into the model. So we're going to see how that plays out. I'm not 100% sold on it yet. But then to add a pop of colour to go with the yellow, I've gone with camo green. Now, these probably have a fancier name, but I'm using it as his robes. And then we swiftly followed on with some dark wood for all the wood areas, unsurprisingly. Now, these guys are very unique. I think it would be rather cool if you could make 3 of the same weapon. I think once again Warlord Games missed out on an opportunity here. They've played it safe by giving you 1 of each weapon option, but I think if we'd had 3 guys that each could have this harpoon weapon, 3 different guys with the flail, 3 different guys with the hand weapons, we could have got something really exciting. But I'm happy with what we got. I just wish there was a bit more options to the kit. I'm now using Absolution Green, which hopefully will stand out against the camo, and I'm just using that as his sword sheath before swiftly moving into the hardened leather, which we are going to use on the warrior braces of all 3 of them. Now, it may seem like I'm speeding through this video a bit quickly, but it turns out I was recording all 3 models as I was painting them, and I ended up with hours, a couple of hours of video footage. So I thought I'd focus on just one guy and try and get us through him. And I chose this guy because he had the most paints going onto him. So as you can now see, we're going into the weapon using Gravelord Grey. I hate metallic paints. This is well known for this channel by now. So I use Gravelord Grey. I think it does a great job of representing like a dulled down metal. I'm not entirely sure if the Earth Tribe used metal. It could be stone. So it also works for that, which is great. And then we make our first mistake. I tried to use Abaddon Black to do the guy's kilt, and it did not go well. I'm not 100% sure I like these kilt lines modelled on the model. But I didn't like the way it looked, so I ended up going back and I basically went over the black with a yellow because it just didn't work. What I wanted to happen did not work. Ended up with a very dark kilt. So I just decided to not run with it anymore, and I hit it with a light color again and started building up yellow on it. So I didn't show the first round of yellow, but it was Avalon just to cover up the black. It gave me this nice dark yellow, and then I grabbed the Iaden. I think that was Iaden yellow. Hang on, let me double check. It was not. It was Uriel yellow. I should have known that. And now I'm just going to pick out the raised areas. So if you're painting these kilts, I would highly recommend you do a darker color underneath and not try and go the opposite way around. It just didn't work for me. And then I finish off the models by doing some woad. I think they call it woad. The blue tattoos that the Celts were famous for during Roman time. Not 100% sure if it was this or not, but in the artwork, in the Sláine comics, I saw that they had these blue tattoos. I'm keeping it very simple. Not going complicated at all here. Doing some swirls and doing some straight lines. Keep it simple. Don't get ahead of yourself. You could, I'm sure if you're better with a paintbrush than I, you could do something really great. But here you go. Look at these. I'm really happy with them. Stuck some tufts on. Obviously, I'll do a 360 spin properly in a minute. But I was really happy with them. I think they came out great in the end. And especially the really nutty guy. I think it came out good. These blue tattoos, nothing fancy. Very simple, very straightforward. I really enjoyed it. This is the Taffum with sword. Think flail, and then each skull has got a curse on it that makes it cause more damage to the enemy. Very simple weapon. Then we have just the two single-handed weapons. He's got like a mace in one hand and an axe in the other. He's completely nutty. No warrior braces for him. I comically put an arrow pointing at his butt cheek. And then, yeah, very simple tattoos on all of them. And then my favourite one is kilt messed up. I'm not happy with the kilt. I might have to fix that once the paint is all fully cured. But for now, I'm happy with them. There you go. That's the first 3 of the Earth Tribe done. We are building up a real Sláine force. I can't wait to use these in game. I think there's a real chance of something good happening here. We'll be hitting the rulebooks really soon, hopefully. But until then, as always, cheers for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that crap. And make sure you watch the next video that gets suggested at the end of this one. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and then go watch this one. This one up here. Give it a click. Bye-bye.